Hello and welcome back to Planet Stronghold Colonial Defence. And if you leave, you'll be killed, and will be held responsible as well. That is a chance I am willing to take, Braveheart. We're between a rock and a hard place. We won't stop you, but I can't promise your safe return. Maybe we can. With a couple of volunteers, I can lead a small group back to act as a distraction. Once the envoys get away safely, I'll retreat. I think we could send some of our soldiers with the envoys. We'll provide the main focus of the attack, but with our help they should get safely through. Charlotte, I disagree. We're going to need all of our forces here. If we win... No, when we win, then we can go help the aliens. Okay. Lower HP and default deck size. Smaller deck and bonus alien cards. Ooh. I'm going to send the envoys with an escort. The aliens will remember this. When we get closer to the swarm's lands, let me do the talking. I don't want them to think your soldiers are newly arrived slaves. Thank you for your offer of protection. I will rouse the clans, and they shall come with blade and bow. You are going to regret this, Ville. Let the Discorians have the humans. They deserve each other. Time to teach the Discorians a thing or two for crashing a party. The Matrix will come down on the Discorians with the fury of an avalanche. Mission 24, outside the colony area. I'm just going to top up my glass of water. Feeling a little thirsty. Because I'm getting near the end of this game, I suspect. Because I think there's 25 missions. I'm going to be fair. I've got no complaints about the length of this game. Because, I mean, you know, this is part 54, 55, something like that. So, yeah, it's good, solid length. Are you sure you should be out here, Samuel? I know you're cleared for fighting, but nothing, Captain. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. To see this Discorian shredded into scrap metal, and the refuse melted down. Samuel, I know you're angry. Damn right I am. But I have no use for you if you can't keep your temper in check. Do I have to order you back to base? How can you remain calm in a situation like this? We just saw a whole people annihilated before our eyes, and you don't even bat an eye. No one said I was calm, but I know when to keep a lid on my emotions. I know, it's just... I fought to protect endangered species. I've tried to preserve the planet, and when you see a people so dispassionately destroyed... And if we aren't careful, we might be joining the Paladrains in the march to extinction. Trust me, I'm not going to lose any sleep taking out a few robots. It didn't have to be. You could have chosen to work with them. It might just be me... But I couldn't escape the feeling that the Discorians weren't engaging in a form of subterfuge. Although the delivery leaves much to be desired. I grant you, Lucius is far more polished. I certainly don't want to give the Discorians a chance to upgrade, though. Speaking of the devils, here they are. Identity: Human Officer, Captain Nelson. Designation: Enemy. Options: Engage or Retreat. Processing. Uncertainty: in our first encounter you were much more certain. Discorian Prime, disassembled. If Discorian Secundus engages enemy, disassembly predicted. Directive requires engagement, however. Almost sounds like it's caught in a loop. It has to preserve its existence, but it has to defeat its enemies. Affirmative. I'll give you a few minutes to figure it out. But maybe you can tell me something, though. Why are you so eager to fight the other races, but chose to talk to me? Madrins, Apex Ran, Dradens, Matric. All desire extinction of robots. Therefore, they were a threat and must be eliminated. Too many humans would feel the same, certainly more after your recent actions. Many, but not all. You allow Lucius to survive, even protect him. Assessment projected 70% chance of acceptance. Were you the ones who infected the colony earlier? This particular unit? Negative. Progenitor code? Positive. Someone else did it, didn't they? Who was it? Biological unit identified as Executive Decision Override. Engage enemy. Oh boy, somebody has their hooks in this guy, don't they? Alright. I can ditch the flamethrower turrets. And I'm going to ditch the marksman teams, and I need to lose half a dozen more cards. Lose the volunteers. Lose the machine gun infantry. Who else can I afford to lose? Okay, let's ditch the sharpshooters. And one of the... takes us down to only a single regular infantry squad, which feels too low to me. So let's ditch the spy. The spy's got decent... bloody hell, that's a lot of allies. I mean, I knew we were getting some allied cards, but that's a lot of allies. To the point where I'm perfectly happy saving up for... Does he target all... 1 damage to all enemy units with organic? Okay. Grenadier. Grenade him. Matric Explorer. Okay, Mr. Apex Ran. You're the only one with enough firepower to kill him. So you do that. You get your shield back. You can tank like you wouldn't believe. You heal organic enemies, which is good. Okay, Mr. Grenadier. Him, please. Deploy a hover tank, because they're pretty powerful. Strike, 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 strike. Okay, you've got the damage to kill him. Dang. Okay, apparently it does double damage. Oh well. Realise that. Once I've got double energy, I'll deploy Agent Zero. Enhanced force field. Anti-robotic. Any using attack in the force field is stunned. Okay, so I need to hit him with organic units, not robotic ones, because otherwise that will suck. Okay, Agent Zero, please take that wall down. Thank you. Everybody else, fire at will. Robot Gunner, damage to 2 random enemies. Mr. Margarine, hit him please. And Mr. Infantryman, kill him please. Let's deploy a laser squad. Anyone with firepower left, take the shot. And that's victory. Excellent job. Defeat imminent. Initiating retreat protocols. Come back here! Let it go, Captain. We'll get them next time. Damn it! We were so close to knowing who the traitor was. I know, but we have wounded to tend to, and you'll have to plan your next move. And now on to scene 24, which is a really smashing scene with some very nice acting, in which King Arthur finds Get on with it! If you've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, go find it, it's hilarious. Camelot! 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 It's only a model. Shh! Anyway, welcome back, Captain. Looks like another battle and another victory. We can't rest on our laurels. The Discorians are out there somewhere, and they'll bury us with greater numbers if we don't find them. A tiger versus ant situation. Except these ants can be as strong as the tiger. Have we regained control of the satellites? If not, we'll make do, but it'll be that much tougher. The answer is no. The Discorians still retain control, and it looks like they're keeping a close eye on our settlements. So anything we do, the element of surprise is out of our hands, at least for now. I hope they don't hit us the same way they hit the Paladrains. It's unlikely. For one, a crystalline lifeform, the Paladrains were exceptionally vulnerable to sonic attack. As a carbon-based lifeform, you won't suffer the same effects. I notice you didn't say no effects. Bearing in mind this is only conjecture, but while a sonic attack from the satellites may disorientate you, cause nausea, or evacuate your bowels, it won't kill you. Evacuate my bowels? It's an urban legend, Xavier, going as far back as the 20th century. There were stories of a certain frequency would make someone shit their pants. It was the so-called brown note. That... oh, that image. I wish I could scrub my mind clean. You and me both. Just be glad you didn't catch what everyone else thought. I like to fight dirty, but that is going too far. Madre de Dios. Sounds like my grandfather was on the right track when he rambled about the mind control lasers. I've heard the same stories too, but I don't think lining a hat with tinfoil would be much use. However, I'm sure I could make even that look good. Nice to see you back, Mira. How are the children doing? They're doing really well. They were hit with the new strain of flu, but everyone should make a full recovery. That's great news. How up to date are you with the situation? I was filled in. Shame, it seems like I missed the party of the year. At least you didn't have to clean it up. Captain's left so many scrap heaps outside I could put janitor on my resume. It's always nice to have a backup cleaner. So is the heir apparent to the Dukedom of Brazil? You know, Captain, put a little more flair into your victories and you could be a next big action star. You have the explosions down pat, but you'd still be missing something. And what's that? Mirrored shades. A necessity when you walk away from the fight. To make it a hell of a recruitment poster. Given general advertising trends, the captain would have to be dressed down in what is colloquially known as their skivvies. A hot babe? Or stud? Why not both at once? Or a man hoisting a gun? Very tempting. I agree. You could have a calendar all to yourself, Remy. And sadly, it would probably garner more volunteers than the current campaign. Why stop at recruitment posters? Make enough copies for every soldier, it could be justified as a morale booster. Look, perhaps we should focus on the Discorians rather than planning my next deployment. Actually, Captain, I'm going to have to decline. There are some anomalous results in your siblings' last physical. I'd like to re-examine them. Is this completely necessary? As much as I'd like to ignore regulations, in this case I can't. If the Discorians attack once more, we can't have you falling down in battle. Alright, Diana, you have command. Let's get this done, Mira. After you, Captain. An hour later. Why do I get the feeling that she wasn't checking him for the results of his physical? I want a mobile outpost in that ridge. If the Discorians approach, we'll have them boxed in. Captain, do you think you could step outside for a moment? Can it wait, Charlotte? I'm kind of busy. Trust me, Captain, this is very important. Very well, but this better be quick. Captain, we found the leak. Honestly? Are they in custody? There's a problem. Namely who it is. Look, taking your time isn't going to make it any more palatable. It's Mira, Captain. The doctor. She's the leak. Are you certain? I can't act without proof. As you know, our computers have been compromised time and time again. The leak was on stories one step ahead of me, and, well, I figured out why. I present myself for deletion and reformatting, Captain. What? Lucius, Captain. Mira was using Lucius to cover her tracks, and he was completely unaware of it. Every time I was close, he could create another diversion or undo what I did. I thought I was losing my touch. How could you be unaware of this? Captain, do you consciously tell your lungs to breathe, or your heart to beat? No. The same with me. All my actions were running in the background. He was the ultimate backdoor. Mira already had the highest security clearance, but even these areas where she was prohibited, it was an open book to Lucius. After all, High Command never thought of him as anything more than a powerful computer, one attached to one of the highest ranked civilian nets in the colony. Lucius, does Mira's programming still hold sway? Tentatively, yes. Tentatively? I advise keeping Lucius online, as it were. If we were to change things, it could alert Mira that our secret's been compromised. Are you certain it's Mira? I took a look at the children. Charlotte thought something was off with their illness. A mother sometimes knows these things. I took some samples from the children. What seemed like an illness was actually a designer virus. The children were meant to show a sickness. They were never truly in any danger. But it does buy time for the one responsible. Mira. Even more worrisome. Looks like it was Madron design. Mira is working with the Madrons. And this explains who stole our genetic samples. Not why, but we can get that soon enough. Enough, I believe you. Has Mira been arrested yet? No, not yet. Your sibling's still with her, Captain. We thought it best to tell you first. Mira, this is Captain Diana. Everything alright in there? Everything's fine, Captain. Something the matter? I need you and Alex to come outside. Something important's come up. I need your input. Give us 15 minutes and we'll be right there. This is urgent, Mira. 15 minutes, please. Alex, speak to me. Well, the fact he's not responding is a bit ominous, but we'll find out why in the next part. So, until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.